Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 9, Unit 5, Supplementary Reading. Little Cyclone, the story of a grizzly cub. William Temple Hornady. Now read this story about a young bear cub that bravely fended off a possible attack from much bigger and ferocious fellow animals in a cage. Willpower and self-confidence triumph over brute strength. We find little kids hugging their teddies and not parting from them even when they sleep. Perhaps the warm and furry appearance of the bear attracts them and offers them comfort. They love the doll so much that they spend their time feeding it, dressing it up, and holding it to their bosom. Little kids cry when they are separated from their mothers. Mothers too would not allow their children to be taken away from them. How do you think animals would behave when they are isolated from their families? Here is an interesting story of a young grizzly bear which proved its strength and grit, not wishing to be cowed down or dominated by other bigger bears. Little Cyclone is a grizzly cub from Alaska who earned his name by the vigor of his resistance to ill treatment when his mother was fired at on a timbered hillside facing Chilkat River. He and his brother ran away as fast as their stumpy little legs could carry them. When they crept where they had last seen her, they thought her asleep and cuddling up close against her yet warm body. They slept peacefully until morning. Before the early morning, sun had reached their side of the mountains. The two orphans were awakened by the rough grasp of human hands. Valiantly, they bit and scratched and bawled aloud with rage. One of them made a fight so fierce and terrible that his nervous captor let him go, and that one is still on the Chilkoth. Although the other cub fought just as desperately, his captor seized him by the hind legs, dragged him backwards, occasionally swung him around his head, and kept him generally engaged until ropes were procured for binding him. When finally established with collar, chain, and post in the rear of the saloon in Porcupine City, two-legged animals less intelligent than himself frequently and violently prodded the little grizzly with a long pole to see him fight. Barely in time to save him from insanity, Little Cyclone was rescued by the friendly hands of the Zoological Society field agent, placed in a comfortable box, freed from all annoyance, and shipped to New York. He was at that time as droll and roguish looking a grizzly cub as ever stepped. In a grizzly grey full moon of fluffy hair, two big black eyes sparkled like jet beads behind a pudgy little nose, absurdly short for a bear. Expecting for his high shoulders, he was little more than a big bale of grey fur set up on 4 posts of the same material. But his claws were formidable, and he had the true grizzly spirit. The bear's nursery at the New York Zoological Park is a big yard with a shade tree, a tree to climb, a swimming pool, 3 sleeping dens, and a rock cliff. It never contains fewer than 6 cubs and sometimes 8. Naturally, it is a good test of courage and temper to turn a new bear into that roistering crowd. Usually, a newcomer is badly scared during his first day in the nursery and very timid during the next. But the grizzles are different. They are born full of courage and devoid of all sense of fear. When the little cyclone's traveling box was opened and he found himself free in the nursery, he started deliberately to the center of the stage, halted, and calmly looked about him. His air and manner said as plainly as English, "I am a grizzly from Alaska and I have come to stay. If any of you fellows think there is anything coming to you from me, come and take it." Little Tsar, a very saucy but good natured European brown bear cub, walked up and aimed a sample blow at Cyclone's left ear. Quick as a flash, out shot Cyclone's right paw, as only a grizzly can strike, and caught the would-be's hazard on the side of the head. Amazed and confounded, Tsar fled in wild haste. Next, in order, a black bear cub, twice the size of Cyclone, made a pass at the newcomer, and he too received so fierce a countercharge that he ignominiously quit the field and scrambled to the top of the cliff. Cyclone conscientiously met every attack, real or feigned, that was made upon him. In less than an hour, it was understood by every bear in the nursery that queer-looking grey fellow with a broad head and short nose could strike quick and hard, and that he could fight any other bear on 3 seconds' notice. From that time on, Cyclone's position has been assured. He is treated with the respect that a good foreman inspires, but being really a fine-spirited, dignified little grizzly, he attacks no one and never has had a fight. Glossary: stumpy, short and thick; bowled, cried noisily; procured, obtained; prodded, dug or poked; droll, curious and amusing; pudgy, short and fat; formidable, dangerous; roistering, celebrating noisily; stalked, walked swiftly, stiffly with pride; saucy, cheeky, impertinent; hazard, a person who drives cattle while on horseback; confounded, confused; ignominiously, shamefully; conscientiously, carefully and meticulously; feigned, faked, not genuine. A few words about the author. William Temple Honaday, sign SCD, December 1, 1854, March 6, 1937, was an American zoologist, conservationist, taxidermist, and author. He was a pioneer in the early wildlife conservation movement in the United States. During his lifetime, he published many books and articles on the need of conservation of wildlife.